continue to not be first?
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt ring.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day.
Andrew McCART, IFL TV. It's Sunday, the morning after a big fight. You know I've got to get on with my big mate, Billy Nelson. Billy, what's happening, big man? You were in the gym this morning. How's things?
Good, mate. I just very, very busy just now. Get every one of my boxes out within the next 7 to 8 weeks, so very busy.
Very busy, and we're obviously waiting for a big announcement happening soon. It's not happened yet, so fingers crossed this happens whenever it's going to happen. I don't know if you've got anything to tell me off camera, but we'll wait and see. But listen, the morning after a big fight, you know I always jump on with you, Billy. Now, Zhang and Joyce, the rematch. Wow. All I've got to say is what an absolute stunning knockout from Zhang last night. Just give me your thoughts right now.
I was gutted for Joe. I was gutted for Joe, but I did predict it would be the same result. I just thought Big Joe had too many different things he had to adapt to for the first fight. And also, if you look back even to when he fought Usyk in the amateurs, he does tend to struggle against southpaws and struggle quite badly. That was against Usyk's only a small southpaw. As skilled as he is, he's a small southpaw. And Zhang is a big southpaw with a bit of speed for the first 5-6 rounds. So it was always going to be dangerous for 5 or 6 rounds. I'd say Zhang's, he's a world-class operator, but he's not an elite operator.
Do you think then, in fact, before I talk about that then, I'll stay on this fight. Obviously, when I done on my podcast last week, and I said I would like to see Joyce coming heavier than the 250 pounds he came in the first fight, and he did. He came in at 280 pounds. But were you one of them as well? When you saw that Joyce came in at 280 odd plus pounds, did you think, yeah, this is where I would want to see Joyce, and maybe he can take Zhang into the later rounds? Is that what you thought on Friday afternoon?
Well, I thought it had an adverse effect on him. I thought his punches looked even slower last night than what they did in the first fight. And I'm not trying to give Joe a hard time. That did look the case, didn't it? I thought he looked very nervous coming. He was singing and dancing walking into the ring, which is, I've never seen Joe doing that before. And people tend to do things like that when maybe nerves are something concerning them.
Talk to me about Zhang. Then you mentioned there that he's a world-class operator, but not an elite operator. After those two performances with Joyce, now I say like Zhang hasn't got the fastest feet, but not many heavyweights do. But he's got lightning fast hands for a southpaw. He's got very fast hands, and he does throw his punches. He whips his punches round, and they're quite neat and accurate as well. So that being said, does he give the main 4 top guys in the heavyweight division a problem? The Joshuas, Usyks, Furies, and Wilders. Does he give them a problem?
No.
Nope.
It doesn't give certainly no Fury. Fury will smash him to pieces. Bakole would smash him to pieces. Purely size-wise, it could give Usyk trouble initially. And Anthony Joshua, I think, would beat him.
Anthony Joshua beat Zhang?
Yes.
What about Wilder?
Wilder will beat him as well.
So where does that... So, obviously, he's called out Tyson Fury. Now, when you look at the heavyweight landscape right now, it looks like Fury's got Ngannou at the end of October. Right? Usyk is going to want to be out, but he's got his IBF mandatory, which is Hrgovic, to deal with. I'm sure he'll probably deal with that come January, February next year. Tyson Fury...
No. A unification supersedes the mandatory.
Again, that's if this doesn't happen. Obviously, we're hearing if this undisputed fight doesn't happen, right, he's going to have to deal with the IBF mandatory. I think that if that does go ahead and the talks don't go as we want, and we get this undisputed fight, Tyson isn't going to wait until the summer to fight. He's going to want to get out again maybe February, March time. Would you like to see him against Zhang?
No. Fight somebody in the WBC, somebody for his own organisation that's earned the right to fight him. Zhang, I mean, what benefit is it of Tyson Fury to win the interim WBO championship when he can fight the champion for all the belts? I don't see what purpose it would, and anyway, why it would benefit Tyson Fury. Plus the fact Frank Warren now has got promotional rights on Zhang. Why would they put the two guys together? He's got two slices of the cake, so he'll put one against another, and and try and have two slices of the cake rather than one, which is good promoting.
Mm-hmm.
But he's a great promoter, isn't he?
Well, that's it. But again, the people in the WBC right now is guys like Frank Sanchez, Andy Ruiz. I think Joshua's in the WBC. Bakole in the WBC, is he? Number 9. Number 9. I know he's number 9 in WBC. So obviously,
Frank has my number. If they want to make Zhang for February, we'll take that fight, no problem.
Bakole against Zhang.
In fact, 100%. Why not?
Mm.
And you'll see how you deal with a southpaw. Because Martin was brought up against his brother's a southpaw. He has no issues fighting a southpaw whatsoever. He'll stop Zhang.
Again, obviously, Martin needs to get out this year. He's got to win a fight this year, I think.
Martin's fighting in 5 weeks. The fight will get announced very shortly.
I think it's not much of a secret. It's not much of a secret now. What's
no, I mean it's been leaked. Not leaked, but it's been mentioned by people that are close to the promotion. Who Martin's fighting, where he's fighting. Unfortunately, Boxer couldn't get us a fight this year, which is I'm astounded by that. But fortunately, this fight's came up for Martin, and we've grabbed it with both hands.
It's a great test for him as well, which is good because he's the guy that he's facing he is well known in the UK. He's fought a couple of the big guys, world title challenger. So yeah, it's one we can look forward to and get our teeth into as well.
It'll be a good fight for as long as that lasts.
I love your confidence, William. I really do. You know that. I do want to step away from the heavyweights just now because obviously there was the return of Conor Benn last night out in Orlando, Florida. You know what was for me watching the fight? I was like, there's a reason why Conor Benn, a lot of fans like him because he is action packed and he always fights. You know what I mean? He always tries to trade with you and he's fun to watch. But what did you make of his fight last night? His return last night?
Well, in fairness, I only seen highlights of it, and it wasn't as explosive as previously, was it? If the truth be told, I mean, let's be perfectly but honest and frank here, right? No taking away anything for his performance. He won. That's all he's got to do. Keep winning. But that guy was a flyweight when he started his boxing career, Andy.
Was he?
That guy was on his debut was 105 pounds. I've got a left testicle that weighs about 105 pounds.
Really?
105. That's what he started at. Do your homework, Andrew, before you come on.
You know what? But I didn't know the guy that I didn't know Rodolfo Orozco, he's up at 154 pounds super welterweight. He was all the way down at flyweight for his 100. So he was back in 2015. That is crazy.
Are you doubting me, Andrew?
No, I wasn't doubting you, William. I'm just saying
Andrew,
that.
you're not on that internet checking what his weight was in his debut.
No,
I'm telling you,
I wasn't on BoxRec, William. No, I wasn't.
So in essence, he's fighting a guy 3.5 stone. You know, when he started off his career 3.5 stone lighting him. Should they be putting that guy away?
But he was. Well, listen, but he looks like a fully fledged 154 pounder though. The big guy, the big Mexican.
Andy, come on. You claim to know boxing. This guy was a flyweight, moving up all the way up to light middleweight last night.
Light middleweight, yeah.
He should be getting put to sleep with a fully fledged, natural, welterweight stroke light middleweight. Come on. that guy would get obliterated if Lewis Crocker hit him.
We know that Lewis Crocker's your fighter, William. Maybe that's a fight to make. Maybe that's a fight to make. Maybe get the big Mexican over.
Lewis has got a bigger fight, and there's a press conference on Thursday regarding it.
All right, okay, looking forward to that. Where's the press conference?
Northern Ireland, Belfast.
Okay, looking forward to that then. You know,
elaborate
a little bit more for me, William. Give me a wee exclusive, big man. No,
I think it's common knowledge what fight's going to be happening, but you'll find out on Thursday.
Good, I'm looking forward.
A good Belfast derby. That's what it is.
I think I know, and it's. I'm looking forward to it myself, to be honest.
Oh, good fight, great atmosphere. I think it'll be a fantastic atmosphere.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Yeah. So go on, Martin Bakole. Then he's fighting in 5 weeks. Obviously, his last fight was in April. Stunning performance against the Hulk, big tough Ukrainian. He's got a tough fight ahead of him on a huge bill as well. So how's training going with Martin? I know he's based over here, and he's just an absolute gentleman. I love the guy. So how's training going with him?
Well, I could ask you. I should be asking you that question since you coached him for his last fight and you cornered him for his last fight, Andy.
I did, William, but I said to him, listen, stop playing about, Martin, right? I know it's an exhibition, but stop playing about and get the knockout, right? But he didn't listen to me. So obviously he clearly listens to you more than he listens to me, because I was wanting to go and knock Big Nick out, but it didn't happen.
No. I was letting him take pot shots at him, wasn't he? And it was good. No, listen, Martin sustained a wee injury maybe a month ago, and he couldn't run. And typical of a heavyweight, he put on a couple of pounds. Well, 24 pounds to be exact. But he's lost 15 of that already in 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, on Friday, he hit the bag for 12 rounds. And Andy, it's a joy watching it. It really is a joy to watch that guy hit the bag when he's on form. He was hitting the bag as hard in the 12th round as what he was in the first round. So we've still got 5 weeks to go. We're down in Morecambe. He's actually driving down there today for sparring with the big Tyson. Tomorrow, Wednesday and Friday, I'll be driving down tomorrow afternoon after I see my professionals in the morning. I'll be driving down Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and he'll be there for a couple of weeks. And then I've got a Ukrainian coming over for the final 2 weeks of sparring before we fly out.
Well, that's good. That's good. It's good that Big Tyson's got him back in for sparring as well, because no better sparring. It's the same as Big Nick Campbell. He's bouncing off Martin. He's learning from Martin, and obviously Martin can learn from the WBC heavyweight champion of the world as well. So that's great news for him. But Billy, like, you get maybe not a lot of stick, but there's some comments when people say, "Oh, Billy Nelson thinks that Martin Bakole would beat Muhammad Ali. Billy Nelson thinks Martin Bakole does this and that." So it's only a matter of time before you either eat your words or you prove everyone wrong, and prove yourself right. So you must be looking forward to the day that you prove everyone right. Wrong, sorry.
I don't need to prove anybody wrong. Martin Bakole if Martin Bakole does what I know he's capable of, he'll win the world title. It's as simple as that. I know I'm a good judge. I know I'm a good judge of a boxer, and I know what he's done to other people. So people can think, but I mean, listen, I don't give a monkey shit what people think. It's what happens in my gym that matters, and how they perform. My gym, Martin Bakole, unfortunately, has the last defeat for any of my fighters 5 years ago against Michael Hunter. And in those 5 years, Martin's had about 8 or 9 fights, and he's barely lost a round. Martin shouldn't have fought against Hunter. That's the bottom line. I'm not taking any away for Hunter. Very, very good fighter. But Martin shouldn't have been in the ring, unbeknown to me. But it's done. It's done. We accepted it. We had to accept it, even no other option. And we moved on. He's barely lost a round in all the time that he's fought. The amount of people that have said no to a fight with him is embarrassing. They call themselves heavyweight fighter, professional fighters. They're shite bags, shite houses, half of them, honestly. And it doesn't help that we couldn't get a fight. I mean, I've been promised fights July, August, September, October, November. They've all felt, can't get a fight. I have to put it back. Do you know how soul destroying that is for that big guy? Terrible. Thankfully, somebody stepped in and got us this fight, and we just have to see what happens after this fight.
And as I said,
it's a massive bill. It's a massive bill, massive platform. And if he does a number on this guy, then people will sit up and take notice again.
Definitely. And I hope 2024 is the year we get to see these fights, the Joshuas, the Wilder, the Usyks, the Furies, Bakole's against Zhang'S, Joyce's, Dubois.
I'd like the Zhang fights. Daniel Dubois no come near Martin with 2 parts bowls. But there's a good fight. There's a good fight if Joe Joyce continues. Joe Joyce against Daniel have the rematch. That'd be a good fight. Do you know as great a coach as Joe Joyce had? See those boots that he wore? Have you seen them?
I've seen them, yeah.
The big boots. Obviously, it's not just the boxer that's got to have fast feet. The trainer's got to have fast feet, and you can't really move with the big things on. You know what I mean? So that wouldn't have helped Joe Joyce's footwork for any fight, really, would have.
You never considered wearing boots for Martin, no?
Sometimes I wear my heels, but it all depends what canvas it is, Andy.
It's got to be a Friday night as well, William, right?
Oh, no. I bought a bucket. If you were that way inclined, of course. Exactly. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happens behind closed doors in your house, Andy. I don't know.
Nah, definitely know this. Well, listen, you're away down to Morecambe this week, right? Next week.
I'll train the boys for 10 o'clock to 12:30 in the gym, and then I'll drive down and drive back, and then in the gym again on Tuesday. Do the same, drive back, drive down and back on Wednesday, Friday.
Perfect. Okay. Well, the following week I might pop into the gym and see you and get a wee chat with everybody. But until then, always love speaking to you, big man. No doubt I'll catch up with you soon again.
No bother, mate. You take care.
Thanks, Billy. See you soon, mate. Bye now.
Choose to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt ring.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day,